Hello, my girlfriends. How are you? Look, I've got my sisters with me. Oh, it must be Wednesday night beauty mingle. That's right. That's why I've got all my sisters with me. And as usual, I've got my wing girl over here, Alice Walker, making all the magic happen in the background. And of course, we've got our beautiful, so special guest, Miss Danny. You'll get to hear a little bit more about her. But first, hey, have you here in the Bay Area? Are we whining out here with the heat wave? We cannot take it. I mean, I thought I was a hot diva, but not this hot. You know what I'm saying? But I'm so glad to see you here tonight. I hope you have your favorite beverage close to you right here. Starbucks latte. Yes, Danny, what do you got? What are you drinking, girlfriend?
It's apple juice right now.
That's very good. Alice, what's your beverage of choice? Alice never tells what she's drinking, but she might tonight.
Today it's water. I just been drinking all the water.
It's good old H2O. That's what we need really to keep ourselves hydrated in these like record-breaking temperatures out here. So I'm Gina Handy, broadcasting all the way live from hot San Jose, California. And I'm so excited to have you beauties back this Wednesday mingle. You're going to be learning, as usual, as I promise every week, you're going to be learning about a fabulous sister director on her success journey in Mary Kay. She's also going to be sharing, as we do every single week, her 3 favorite products. Now, it's torture for the directors when we say just 3 products. So we get to pick their favorite 3. And as usual, for your guest consultants, when they're joining us and they're commenting and playing along, we always have a beauty mingle special. So be sure to stay till the end so you can find what our special is this evening. Alice, would you like to go ahead and share a little bit about yourself and what we're up to this beauty mingle evening?
Hey, I'm Alice Walker from San Leandro, and it's never been this hot in my entire life in San Leandro. I mean, maybe 100 on a random occasion, and it's, I don't know, 106 or something yesterday, and I don't know, I just can't even. So I am excited for fall. I'm excited for pumpkin spice. I'm excited for, and I'm always cold. I'm excited for cold weather. And I just am really loving all the new products we have. I love our holiday line that is dropping in the next week or so. And I love the current fall line I'm wearing. I'm having so much fun playing with these fall colors. I was showing off a different look last night at our meeting and just really having fun playing with all that is available. The Uniquely Hue contest. If you don't know about it, guys, ask your consultants because you can win $1,000. And then if you're one of the honorable mentions, you're not just mentioned, you win $500. So that's some fun shopping money, I would say. So that's what I'm excited about. And I'm so excited to get to know Danny more because we met her at Cambria last year. And I heard all glowing reviews before I met her. And she is every bit of what they said. And I'm just excited for you to hear from her tonight.
Yay. Thank you. Yes. If you win, I win. And if I win, you win. Hey, that's some great shoe money. That's my thing. I'm confessions. I'm a shoe addict. I admit it. So it'll be fun. All you have to do is get together with your consultant, book her for a quick makeover. It could be the new beautiful warm palette, but it could be any one of our classic products because just like the weather, even though it's 100 and plus out here, look at Mother Nature. We'll always follow the lead from Mother Nature. So the trees are turning, the colors are turning. So must we hook our look in time with the seasons because we're in the fashion business, right? And we're trendsetters. But hey, without further ado, okay. And guests, remember, check in, tell us who invited you, where are you calling in from? Maybe tell us your weather report because we're totally whining out here in the Bay Area. We're just not used to this weather. So if you have no empathy for us, go ahead and tell us, stop being a whiner. I'm at 200 degrees here and wherever. Anyway, let me go ahead and tell you a little bit about our wonderful sister director. I just, like Alice said, I had heard about her and I didn't know who she was, but we were at a Cambridge retreat. By the way, consultants, if you're in the Angel or Diva unit, hey, your time is like this because there's very few slots left for this amazing retreat taking place in November. So it's not too late, almost too late, but that's where I had the pleasure of laying eyes on the beautiful Danny McCracken. We come in, it's crazy. Everybody's excited to come into Cambridge for the retreat and we're all excited. is chaotic, to be honest, right? You know how it is when we get a bunch of Mary Kay people together. We take over the hotel, we take over the town. And I walk in and there's Danny. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is crazy, right? And there's Danny, big, beautiful eyes. Hi, welcome to Cambria. What is your name? Instant, soothe, and calm. And we became fast friends after that. So when we were thinking, like, who can we get to share? I thought about her. And so it is a little late for her. So I'm really grateful that she ate her dinner really fast to get on here and share a little bit about herself and some of her success. So let me tell you a little bit about Danny, okay? So Danny started her Mary Kay business in January of 2004 while she was working as a high school band director and performing arts department coordinator. So would you think she was a little busy? Because you know how they roll in high school, right? Oh, and by the way, you also volunteering in the cafeteria, right? In the time that you have off, right? She and her husband, Jeff, have been married for 25 years and have two daughters, Ainsley, almost 20, a junior at Central Michigan University. Wow. And Zoe, 17, a high school senior. She's almost done, or maybe just starting. I don't know. Two girls, right? Danny has been a star consultant. Okay, you guys, 56 quarters on your fingers and your toes really fast, and has been in the Queen's Court of Personal Sales not once, not twice, not like 5 times. Okay, you guys, you ready? Over 7 times. Hey, all right. She knows how to share this product and how to win some bling. Okay, she's on it. And she was named the Evans Executive Area's annual Miss Go Give. Yes, I believe it. Here she is with us on a Wednesday night at 8 o'clock in 2014 and again in 2020. Danny has also earned 8 bronze medals, 4 silver medals, 9 gold medals. Do you think she's opening her mouth and sharing? Yes. And if you're not sure, guessing consultants, what those mean, you may want to ask her in the chat or just raise your hand and ask her, what do those medals mean? We're not in the Olympic year, but she'll tell you, right? She was also a Destination Red Achiever, right? Where we got to go on a Bahamian cruise, all expenses paid, bring our loved ones. Some of us brought our kids and our dogs, but it was really fun to go out. And she's also earned 7 career cars and is currently driving the beautiful, luxurious Chevy Equinox. Now, she knows how to make a little money too, besides collecting the bling, doing vacations, looking great. She knows how to earn some money in Mary Kay. She's made it work. Her highest check in just 1 month, not counting her personal sales, okay, have been over $5,462. I love this. She likes options. She knows 70 cents. Okay, so $5,462.70. That's right. Okay, that could be Starbucks, okay, that she earned
Right.
doing great customer service, right? What I love about Danny is just her vibrant personality, her happy face, those beautiful blue eyes mesmerized me for the first time I saw her. I could tell because I watched her that weekend at Cambridge. She loves coaching. She working and watching consultants grow to the amazing women that they were intended to be. I totally feel this from her from the first time I laid eyes on her. We're so lucky and so excited to have with us this evening, sharing in our Beauty Mingle, Danny McCracken. Thank you so much, Danny.
Oh my gosh, thank you guys so much. This has been so much fun. Yeah, Wednesdays are a busy day. I had my unit meeting a little bit earlier tonight, and then I came home and shoveled in some dinner, and then here I get to be with you guys. So
Thank you.
I want to make you laugh so hard. So when I became a Mary Kay beauty consultant, it was because I spent a lot of money. I don't know if any of you guys have ever spent a lot of money on Mary Kay products, but I went to lunch with my consultant, who happened to be my coworker, Linda Keeper, who we taught across the hall from each other. And she showed me how much I spent in the 9 months I was her consultant or her customer. And I went, oh. And then that's when she told me how much I could save if I became just a smart shopper. That was really all she was looking to do, because she was looking to build her team. And I didn't really know anything about that part because I'd been a hostess a couple of times, got some really good, hostess credits and some free products and stuff like that. But I didn't even have to think about it. And back then it was 100. And I said, I want to be able to get my products at cost. And for those of you that don't know, we do make 50% on everything that we sell. And so when we use it for ourselves, we're saving 50%, which is pretty amazing, I think. And so that right away was the first thing I thought was I could save money at this. So a lot of people, when they become beauty consultants, they'll tell you they either did it to save money or to make money. And sometimes it's both. But I will tell you, when I first decided that I loved this product and became my best customer before I even became a consultant, I went into Linda's office and said hi to her on our lunch break, which was about, 25 minutes, I think, was all we really got. And she said to me, I just signed up to be a Mary Kay beauty consultant. And I said, great, I need oil-free eye makeup remover, because I had been to a party a couple years before and I had tried it. I loved it. And then I didn't know what happens when consultants evaporate and they move away. I didn't know how to get a hold of one. So I just went back to doing my old, not smart way of removing my makeup, right? And so let me tell you, the oil-free eye makeup remover is my go-to favorite product in the whole wide world, because it does so many things, you guys. The top layer of the bottle is going to remove the waterproof eye makeup, and the bottom part removes the non-waterproof makeup. So you shake it together, kind of like vinegar and oil. It looks like it separated it, but when you shake it together, it all works out great. And it actually gently removes all the makeup without rubbing or pulling or tugging, because I don't know if you guys know this, but we don't like to pull on our eyes, especially when we get to a certain age, because when we pull, it's not going to necessarily go back. And we don't want that. So what I love is that it's suitable for sensitive eyes. It's, hypoallergenic, it's non-comedogenic, and it doesn't leave your skin feeling greasy. And so just really, it's a great stocking stuffer for holiday time. It's a great staple item. They do have a travel version of it, but I got to tell you, you might as well just get it all and, throw it in the big bag if you're having enough travel. So that's my first awesome product that I wanted to share with you. And so, I was a hostess. I became a consultant, and it was very much a closet consultant, you guys. I was a closet consultant for about 5 years. And I did a couple parties. I came in as a star consultant, which, it didn't really phase me as an even a thought. And I'm going to tell you why. I was a very busy person. I had a toddler at the time, and I was working 60 to 80 hours a week. And even though originally in my brain it was, I'm just looking to get the discount, I thought, well, maybe I could get a few customers, and we all could use some customers, some extra cash on the side, right? And so when I was thinking about what I wanted to, invest in, right? It's not an expense, and it's an investment. And so I thought about it, and, some agreement from my husband, Jeff. He said, you might want to think about doing this a little bit for, maybe we could, have some cash on the side for Ainsley, who's my oldest. And I thought, okay, well then I need to come in as a star. So I came in as a sapphire star, had some parties. 2 weeks later, placed another star order because I had already turned over and sold those products. So when I'm telling you that having products on hand, Mary Kay always said, not sell from an empty wagon. Those products being on hand, those skincare sets on hand, because I learned that whatever it is that you're demonstrating, that's the product that you want to be able to make sure you've got on hand for your customers. And so really determining how many customers you'd like to have helps make that determining factor. And so I learned that early on, and then life happened. I felt like I needed to finish my master's degree, and I did. And we had our youngest daughter, Zoe, came in 2005. And so I did very little during that time. And then I went and recruited someone who was a great customer, who blasted past me, became a sales director, got a pink Cadillac, and I was sitting on my couch doing nothing. And I mean, absolutely nothing other than keeping my own discount and servicing a couple of customers that I had accumulated along the way. So I was very much a barely breathing secret agent consultant, right? And so that moment I decided maybe I could work this business a little bit. And so, normally I would tell Linda, who became my senior director, she became my director, I don't have time to hold any parties in the fall because I've got marching band. And, and that's up to a a normal person looking at a schedule, you'd think that that's true. And really, because the schedule was insane. I mean, I was up at 4:30 in the morning. I had early bird class that started at 6 o'clock, so I had to be at the school about 5:45. Some nights I didn't get home until after the kids went to bed. So I mean, it was not a good thing for them, and it definitely put stress on the home front because I wasn't home. And so what I figured out though was that when I would find time to hold a couple parties, oh my gosh, then I was getting paid well for my time and for these great products that people loved. So what I had done was I had asked a band mom if she'd be a hostess. It had been 5 years since I'd had a party. And I don't recommend that we do this, right? If you're looking to work your business, but I provide hope. So I had gone 5 years in between holding a party. And so my hostess asked what I needed her to do. And one of the things that we have been taught, and I bet you Mary Kay taught Rebecca Evans, who taught me, was, when you want to have 4 people at the table with you, you want to invite 12 because, actually, no, when you want to have 3 people around the table, that's what the math was. You want to invite 12 so that 6 say they'll come in and 3 will only show up. And so I asked her to do that for me. And what was funny was she invited all the band moms because they couldn't believe that I was a Mary Kay consultant because I was a very high D personality. Didn't take any bunk off of anybody, just kind of, guns blazing, bull in a china shop kind of a thing. And so I did the party. Was very nervous. 12 women sold, it was like over $1,300 in sales. And that was what got me to jumpstart my brain. And it got me to think about, okay, I want to attend seminar. I'd never gone before. And then it was, I'm going to be a star this next quarter and I'm not going to ever miss again. And so fast forwarding a little bit was I started to figure out where to work my Mary Kay in the nooks and crannies. So it wasn't about, working Mary Kay and not being a band director because I still loved my job, but it was this and that. It's not this or that. And I think that's really important to remember is that this is a weavable income. And, really, it has helped bridge the gap in a lot of ways in my family before I quit teaching, and right now, I don't know if you guys have read this anywhere, but the average family is needing an extra $781 a month to bridge the gap because of all of the inflation and price increases and stuff. So think about that. What would an extra $800 in your pocket look like for you? It'll just bridge the gap. And that's something that Mary Kay could do for you. So I fell in love with all of the products again because newer products were coming out and, getting to demonstrate them at parties and stuff like that. And so, really had a good time selling. Learned how to close parties. They teach us how to do it and then we go do it. I think it's the only gig in town where you earn a position and then you learn the position. And so, really becoming a star consultant was a non-negotiable for me. And really it just comes down to $300 in sales every week if you're doing it consistently. And that can come from a party or a party and some reorders. Or once you build a customer base up, sometimes that 300 comes just from your customer base. And I can talk about that in a second. But really what was kind of cool was I went to seminar in July of 2009. And then in February of 2010, I went on target for our very first car, and I earned that car as a consultant with my team at the end of May of that year. The following year, I became a sales director, so July of 2011. And then the following year, I quit teaching. And this has been my full-time job ever since. So we're now entering year 11, I think, where it's my full-time job. And it really got me to be strategic in how to grow our customer base, how to, never miss being a star, how to, just take advantage of everything the company has to offer. So let's talk about how we can do that. So one of my favorite things to share with customers when we're doing skincare classes, whether it's virtual, whether it's in person, whatever, is talking about either the Ultimate Miracle Set or when we talk about the Ultimate Repair Set, because there's one product in there that is my absolute, just bread and butter product that really helps out with all the pores, all the clogged pores, all the things. And that's our Microdermabrasion Plus set. Because anytime somebody tries this on their face, they're usually going to buy it, you guys. It's tricky with in person because if they're trapped around a table, it's kind of hard to rinse. So you can either have them try it on the back of their hand. You can have them try it, on half their face. I usually have them make sure they get it on their nose and half their face so that they can kind of do a compare and contrast. If some people are going to go rogue and try it on their whole face, that's fine too. But what I do know is that it helps out with skin texture immensely. It's going to help improve the look of fine lines. It's going to help your pores look smaller, and it's going to help just everything about it. For me, I'm a Midwest girl by nature, even though I live in Vegas, and boy, girls, just so you know, it's like 110 and has been for days and days and still some days to come here. So I know about the heat right now for sure, but blackheads are, they run rampant in the Midwest when you're an oily girl. And so that was one of the things that I had to really work on. And the microdermabrasion made a huge difference in my skin. And you put the set together, the pore minimizer I use every day, the microdermabrasion set, the refined step, I use that twice a week, Wednesdays and weekends in the shower because it rinses clean. And I even use my other favorite product, and some people don't use this because they worry about how hard they can work their face with the product, but you can push with that microdermabrasion because it's not like those jaggedy crystals that we have when we're talking about like apricot scrubs that you get at the drugstore. Those damage your skin. This is like a 6-sided crystal that's really, it feels like really fine sandpaper. But what I actually use, you guys, I use our Skinvigorate Sonic Brush every morning, whether I'm using cleanser or on a microderm day. I use it with my microderm because it is such an amazing product because it's going to remove 4 times the dirt, the oil, the impurities, the makeup, and the pollutants more than just using your hands. It's, hands are Fisher Price tools as far as I'm concerned. And before we had the Skinvigorate brush and the Skinvigorate Sonic Brush, we were using, Fisher Price tools. And I love it because it's a 1-minute deal where you just kind of quadrant off your face and just let it do its thing because it's got 3 speeds, it's rechargeable, and it's got the massage head that you can purchase that works with all your serums that you can do at nighttime when you're putting it all on it at night. And I love it. And you definitely, that's a product. If you have not talked to your consultant about that one, it's also a great incentive that the company is offering this month for new consultants who join us in the month of September. That is a product that can be a bonus product just for you for getting your discount activated and being able to take advantage of all of our products at cost. So what I wanted to also tell you is, we are coming down the home stretch of our Star Consultant deadline. And I know that we all talk about how being a Star Consultant is a really big deal. And I got to show you this, you guys. Ooh, no, I'm mirrored, so I'm all confused here. This is a Star Consultant pin that you get from the company after you've been a star for 55 quarters. Those are actual diamonds, you guys, that come around there. Isn't that fun? So you get it, you actually have to sign for it when UPS comes. And so that is something that you can earn once you've become a Star Consultant after 55 quarters. And I was so excited to get this, you guys. I can't even tell you. Anyway, so let's talk about how you can do it because there's 87,000 ways that you can see, and you've probably seen it on your unit group. It's probably posted some ideas. If you're a seasoned consultant, you've probably heard all about the 24 by 24 by 24 challenge. You've probably heard about a mascara-thon. You've probably heard about anything under the sun here. But let me tell you this. One of the ways that you can do it quickly is the using the makeover contest, the Ultimate Hue, there we go, makeover contest, because people are going to fall in love with those color products and they're going to purchase. I'm a big fan of maximizing skincare products because those are a higher price point and they do wash down the drain and we need to buy more because we want our skin to be beautiful. But I want to talk to you about one of my favorite things that I like to do at this time of year, and that's our Adopt a Grandparent program. And there's different versions of it all throughout the country. I've been doing this one for 11 years now, since I became a sales director. And I can tell you that it has never, ever failed to make my heart happy and also help me reach the Mary Kay goals at the same time for my unit as well. So basically, all it takes is 2 products. A Mint Bliss lotion is a very popular product right now, especially since the socks will be available. If you were in the PCP for the holiday lookbook, or you were a star consultant for the fourth quarter, you're able to order your products at 12:01 Central AM on the 15th. And if you were not one of those 2 areas, then the whole sales force gets to order their products at 12:01 on the 15th Central Time AM. And so let me tell you, those socks are so fabulous, because you can have those be part of the gift. So $12 on the socks it's the sock with the Mint Bliss lotion. There's no ordering limits. So that's pretty cool. Then you can go ahead and give them another product, which it can really be anything, but I usually make it be a fragrance-free satin hand cream, mainly because the elderly's noses are pretty sensitive to fragrance. And even though it's a Mint Bliss lotion, that usually goes on their legs and their feet, and that doesn't usually irritate them so much. But if you do want to use the white tea and citrus, that's an option too. Some people really are in love with the pomegranate. That is going to be part of the holiday line that launches this week for the sales force. So that's an option as well. But you could throw a satin lip balm in there. You could throw in an extra emollient night cream, kind of whatever you've got on hand. It doesn't have to be exactly the same product, but I kind of like it to be the same because I'm kind of uptight about that kind of thing. But anyway. And then I use the boxes, those beautiful Mary Kay boxes, those those boxes, sets of 3. They're $8 now, retail. So wholesale price now costs $1.25. And I don't know about Dollar Tree all over the country, but Dollar Tree by us is now $1.25. So I figure it would be the same as if I went in and got stockings, and they look just beautiful because it's the big gift box and the medium sized gift box is what I use to put the products in. Okay. So those pieces right there, that is going to help you in what the product is. And I charge a flat $25, including tax, because it just seems like when I ask people to purchase these, they like to do it in quantities of 2 or 4 or 8 or 10. And if I make it be an amount that's like 30, they tend to buy less. I know that's weird. I did it one time just to see what would happen one year, and it held true. I just kept it really, just very 25. And it does, cut into your profit a little bit, but that's okay. Because here's the thing. We're still in the retail business. We're still thinking like a retailer, and we're providing a service to the elderly. But at the same time, we do want to make a little bit of money on this. And if you don't want to, and you just want to roll it and invest more and get more product to take care of more of the residents at a nursing home, that's totally fine. But I want you thinking of it like this. If you go into Dillard's and they've got the angel tree, and you pull one of those angels off of there and it says, a pair of Levi's that the youngster wants, and you go and get it, well, who gets the profit from that? Dillard's is still making money on that pair of jeans that you just bought to gift. Okay. So it's kind of the same thing. So we still want people to make money in this. And that's why I think it's important to keep it at that $25 price point, because you don't make full 50% because of the tax and the cost of the box and whatnot. If you want to put extra doodads in there, you can. But I think anymore, just keeping it nice and simple, keeping it clean. I think it works out really well. And especially with COVID protocols and stuff being what they are, you may not be able to deliver them the same way that we used to do pre-COVID. I know that pre-COVID, I used to be able to go schedule a time. We would have, I'd bring my daughters and some of their friends, and we'd play Christmas carols, like a brass quartet or a brass quintet. We'd play, and it was really fun. Girl Scouts would help out distributing because they helped us, put all of the sets together, and that was really great. And then 2020 happened, and I had 2 years in a row here where activities directors came out in like their hazmat suits to pick up all of the boxes to take into the residence because we weren't allowed to go in. So it just kind of depends. So if that is something that kind of trips your trigger, because I want you to think about something. At a nursing home, especially during COVID, nobody's coming to visit them. Now, depending on the home, they may be able to be letting people in, but in a typical year, over half of the residents go with no visitors. And I think that's awful. But in order to maximize on this, what I like to do is call the activities director, pick a nursing home, any nursing home. Call the activities director, find out how many beds they have and how many residents they have and how many residents have no visitors. And it might be the same because of COVID protocols and what have you. But once you have those numbers, then you can figure out what a goal can be either for your team or if the unit wants to do it, or maybe you just want to do it. Because there was one year I decided that I was going to take care of 2 nursing homes in Ohio, and it was 183 residents that I took care of by myself. So I want to do that math for you really quick. This was, 8 or 9 years ago, something like that. 183, I charged 25. That's 4,575 retail. Okay. So that's pretty cool. And so when people ask, how does core to sales happen? That's part of the reason why it happens. It's not the only reason, because you still want to make sure you have customers and gather products, but you're able to ask people that aren't your customers. They can be friends, look at your Facebook list, friends from elementary school, friends from high school, friends from college, friends you worked with or used to work with or whomever. And just, the script is really simple that I share with, and I'll make sure I share it with everybody here so that you've got it and you can use it. But here's what I can tell you. Let's pretend that you have no production in towards your star. And you're looking at this going, Danny, it's the 7th of September. I'd like to be a star, but I just don't know how it can come together. Well, a star order, 1,800, is roughly 2,100 when you talk about tax and shipping, right? So if we were to go after selling just adopt a grandparents, not even any of the other ways, this might sound crazy, but 84. That's not that many, because let's pretend that we have people that are going to buy 8 at a time. That's like 10 people or 11 people that are going to buy 8. And then it's done. Your star is done because you've generated that amount of income. Okay. Now let's pretend that you're closer than that. Maybe let's say you've got about 900 to go. You're about halfway. You're a half star right now. If you were to go ahead and think about, it's probably about 1,000 with tax and shipping on a $900 order. That ends up being, I can't do math anymore today without my calculator, 40 adopted grandparents gives you a half star. That might be an easier number that you can wrap your brain around. The other part is start looking at your own Christmas gift giving, you guys. Who else? The makeover contest, emergency gifts. We always this is one of the things I like to do with my customers is tell them, everybody should have 5 emergency gifts on hand, pre-wrapped, ready to go. And 3 medium and 2 small. So a few satin handsets and maybe, some individual hand creams or something like that. And you can wrap those up nice and cute, use the boxes, and it's ready to go. And so I think that it could really benefit you to ask those questions of your customers as well. The other thing that I have done that I think has made a huge difference, especially in the last year, is Monica's half price item. So when you spend $50, you get a half price item off the sales sheet. And that's really powerful because you guys, that's wholesale. That's wholesale. It doesn't cost you anything because they're paying half price and it goes towards your star. So really at the end of the day, if you're really thinking that being a star is important, then that's what you need to focus on this next week here is just chip away. How much do you need? And just start chipping away and reach out to your director so that she can help you figure that all out. And then I'm done. The end.
You see, I'm clapping, right? I'm clapping. I'm like,
I
yay,
see that.
I think I'm going to finish my star, my next level star, because I'm going for a big prize. Now that we can accumulate our points,
Oh, I know.
girl, I've been around for a minute. So when they took that away, I was very sad, right? But now you can accumulate your points. So I'm like, yeah, keep going, because I got
Yeah,
my eyes on the trip, right? So
good
anyway,
girl.
oh my gosh, Danny, I'm like in the private chat, consultants, the directors, we have a private chat. I'm in the background of the private chat, loving on Danny. I'm like, man, I'm taking so many notes. Thank you for the reminder, Danny. Right? So many gold nuggets. You were amazing. You covered so much, right? You got us excited about, hey, remember that we're here to be of service. The adopt a grandparent. I did that when I was a newer consultant too. I have a similar background, worked a lot of hours, so I had to be smart with my time, right?
Mhm.
That's what Danny kept saying to us. She didn't say, hey, I was just sitting around at the house thinking, oh, what can I do with my spare time? You heard her journey, right? But she was smart about the use of her time. She invested in going to events and learning and getting ideas. Then she figured out how to fit it into her very full life. Okay. She figured it out. Women, we figure stuff out. All right. So many consultants resonated with you, right? Janelle says, I know when I signed up, I was my own best customer. Who started that way? I did. I wanted that right off. I was not going to sell anything. Right? All right. And another one said, okay, Danny, you're talking to me. Whatever you shared, she felt like she was the only one on the call tonight. I love
Aw.
the fact that you said I was a secret agent. I used to call myself an undercover consultant because I won my first diamond ring and car, parked my car on the other side of the parking lot of my corporate job, and then was a closet consultant hiding my ring. Right now, I'm like, look, right? All right. So many consultants that says I can so relate. I said I loved your transparency because you talked about what happened and you took a break and you jumped in when you wanted to. They loved your eye story, Alice. Okay, Alice, she loves anything that's going to get rid of blackheads and acne. So she talked about the microdermabrasion testimonial was the only thing that got rid of her blackheads in the past, and it's still my favorite. Hint: you can use it anywhere on your body. Danny held back
Oh
on that one.
yeah.
Anywhere in your body that you
Microderma body, baby.
yes, anywhere you want to transform. Okay, let's TMI. Okay, and she gave us like what Mary Kay taught us a long time ago, except she kind of reframed it. Sell those ultimate sets, ladies. The lipsticks are great, the mascara is great, but she's talking about sell those ultimate miracle sets, right? And she even talked about how to demo it. I love it, old school. I loved her term, and so did Alice. Fisher Price tools without your micro before your skin follicle is fresh. It's just, Fisher Price tools. I love it. All right. So much that you shared. Congratulations on winning your star pin. I remember when I got mine too. I didn't want to wear it. I put a bunch of pins on it next to my bumblebee, right?
Uh-huh.
But it's like they're real diamonds, right? Not practice diamonds or summer diamonds. They're beautiful.
Right.
Right. So we just loved everything that you shared. Most of all, what I love about you is just your joy, your energy, and you are so experienced in this business. And I totally love that you were transparent with what you went through in your journey. And you inspired me. I'm like, oh yeah, I got to go finish up my star. I think I need to do that, adopt a grandparent again, right?
Yeah.
Alice, maybe the angels and the divas want to jump on that for the holiday.
Yeah,
Danny, go coach
it's
us.
been a few years since I've done it because I think COVID made me feel like I couldn't go in there because we used to go and put on Santa hats and deliver
Right.
the gifts, and they wouldn't let anyone near there. The hazmat
Yeah.
thing cracked me up. I was like, oh yeah, I can see them doing
It
that.
has been
Totally what they did.
right?
It's totally what they looked like. They looked like they were coming out of like one of those sci-fi movies.
I
taking
know
boxes.
with the mask and everything. But thank you for re-inspiring us. Thank you for sharing your joy of this business with us. I'm excited. I love Wednesday Night Mingle for that reason. We get to talk to directors like nothing is a secret, right?
I
So
love
with
it.
that, Danny, we're just going to go ahead and have Alice talk a little bit about our promos. Please hang out with us for as long as you like, Danny. But go ahead, Alice, tell us what our promos are tonight for our guests. Remember, hashtag replay guests if you didn't get to catch us live because you can still get in on our specials. Okay, so hashtag replay. And then, of course, make some comments, some love about what you heard that Danny shared that particularly impressed you or loved. Okay. So what we got going on, Alice?
So we have tonight is a no tax on your entire purchase from your consultant. We just finished Labor Day and we thought we would extend those Labor Day sales and give you no tax. So you want to purchase your Sonic Skinvigorate system, $75, no tax. Or your microdermabrasion and try out that and just feel the smoothness anywhere on your body, no tax. Or you want both. No tax on the entire purchase. So this is good for 24 hours. So if you're watching the replay, just make sure you contact your consultant and say, hey, I saw the Beauty Mingle. I'm hashtag replay and I want my order no tax. It ends tomorrow night, September 8th at 9 p.m. So the no tax goes away after 9 p.m. tomorrow. So you want to make sure you contact your consultant right away. As you heard, she's working on a goal. She wants to be a Q1 star. So all your purchases help towards that. And so maybe you want to throw in and ask her, are you doing adopt a grandparent? I'll buy a couple of those because I'm sure after tonight, they're all inspired.
Yes. Thank you so much. Consultants, thank you for popping on this evening. Danny, you were just amazing. I have 2 pages worth of notes here. Good thing I was off camera because I was like, what? So thank you so much for joining us. We hope to see you really soon. Come back anytime. Every Wednesday we have our Beauty Mingle, and I know you have a busy Wednesday night, but if by chance you want to pop in or invite your consultants to pop in, we're here every Wednesday night at 8:00. Thank you so much for sharing from your heart, and congratulations on all your achievements so far.
Oh, thanks, girls. I had such a good time. Thanks for inviting me.
Thank
We
you.
love you, Danny.
We had so much fun having you.